Good and evil is every soul's compass of life. It's not nothing. It's not just a philosophical mental masturbation, what good and evil is. We are governed in our brains and in our central nervous system of what the good is, what evil is. We try to build the good and destroy the evil or stop the evil. And therefore, our conception of good and our conception of evil are very great determinants of our lives, of our souls, right there. Right? For a tree, what is good and what is evil? The tree is a living organism. It is a kind of soul that wants to grow and not decay. It does everything to grow and it does everything not to decay. The tree is capable of producing chemistry in its leaves to kill insects or even to kill birds or to kill animals. If there are worms in a tree, it is capable of attracting birds with a scent in its flowers in order for these birds to come to the tree and eat those worms so that it may not be eaten. The tree values its leaves. It doesn't want its leaves eaten. And therefore it fights. It's a fight of life and death of the tree. There is a good and an evil in the tree. The growth of the tree is the good. The decay and the destruction of the tree is the evil. It isn't much different in the human, as the human is a kind of flower, it's a kind of tree that is based on soul growth. At the center of the human is a soul that wants to grow, but often fails to grow because there's a lot of handicaps and a lot of different kind of problems. I discuss some of these problems in the various dualities of the faculty, the head, the heart, the animal, and the physique. We have a war between these faculties for attention of the soul, and what usually ends up happening is that one faculty becomes master of all other faculties, including the soul. What is the good and the evil in the human soul? If there are mental defects, the growth will be very bad. There will be arrogances and dwarfed faculties and cripplings in the mentality, which is a lot more complicated than the tree. The tree has a physical mentality. It protects its physique. It wants to grow its physique, and it doesn't want its physique to decay or be eaten alive. The human is a lot more complicated. There's a lot more faculties going on. There's a lot more things that need to grow at the same time, and all these things need to serve the soul. This is a very difficult thing to do. We don't really have the knowledge and the tradition to make the soul grow. We usually make the human ego grow. The heart is made proud of its race, proud of its country, proud of its language, proud of its religion, and this does not create a Star Trek type of humanity. We don't have a Star Trek type of humanity. The Arabs hate the Americans, the French hate the English, the Jews hate the Arabs, this type of thing. Every country is proud of its land. It is against another country. The governments are so busy with these mental defects that they never even take care of the people. The rents, the mortgages, the price of survival is never addressed by any government. What they address is the pride in race, language, and religion to protect these things. These things are very, very valuable to the human. But these are mental defects because a human is to be measured by its merit. We never measure a human by its race, its country, its language, or its religion. There's a merit. The phenomenon of castration, which means the human being is controlled by other powers than itself. The human is not encouraged to follow its own soul and to flourish in its own soul. It's encouraged to become a slave to other souls and other powers and to serve them for a lifetime. This creates a soul illness, which is very common in humanity. A lot of souls live buried lives. They don't know who they are. They don't know what they want. They don't never fulfill what they need. And of course, this leads to the soul's death. Some people live a soul death. The faculties are so strong that the soul never thrives. So in conclusion, in this short clip, right, what is good and what is evil to the human? The good is the thriving of the soul, and the evil is the perishing of the soul. Right? So the growing, life's growth is the good, life's decay is the evil. Therefore, the good is life and the evil is death. The heritage of the human is to believe that the human side of the psyche is the good and the animal side of the psyche is the evil. This is a very wrong misunderstanding. It's a bad compass of life which will lead the soul to serious perdition and serious depression. We need to reconfigure what is good and what is evil. We need to empower the good and we need to curb and destroy the evil. This requires a new civilization, which is a soul flourishing civilization, a soul kingdom.